Mr. Chris Anderson to give us an overview on the Department of Education's position with the contract. When we finish with him, we will have some comments from President Fidenko. I almost said President Trump. All right, Mr. Anderson, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I appreciate the opportunity to speak on behalf of management in terms of our position on the collective bargaining agreement. Before I go into that, I just wanted to make a worthy notation of Mr. Tim Fidenko's appearance today. He looks exceedingly striking. And if any of you saw him during the negotiations, he looked like Tom Hanks in that movie when he crashed on some island and he had this long beard and looked very disheveled. I mean, it was a charming look for Tim, but he looked very different than he does today. And so this is what successfully negotiating a contract would do for somebody. I'm pretty impressed. So, Tim, you look wonderful. You're very handsome. So nonetheless, we've been on this endeavor for the last year and a half, and so my staff and I were looking at all the sign-in sheets and looking at the number of hours, contact hours that we had completed. And we're looking at roughly about 205 hours of contact time for management's team as well as the union's team to sit down and really work as colleagues, trying to collaborate and work on language. And mind you, you never get what you want completely. And so compromise was very important. And so I think from both sides, there was compromise where it was necessary and appropriate to do so. And I just want to thank Tim Fidenko, his leadership, as well as all his colleagues from his team and of course management's team for the amount of time and effort that was put into to make this happen. And so a year and a half ago, the superintendent, his guidance, Superintendent Fernandez's guidance was he wanted us to start with a blank slate and openly and genuinely come to the negotiation table with ideas and thoughts relative to what was going on in the Department of Education and try not to use the previous contract as the basis for the language that we were going to come up with and hopefully ratify. And I think we were successful in that guidance from the superintendent. And it's been an honor and a pleasure. It's been painful, I know, for myself and for the management to be away from the schools and dedicate the amount of time that we've done to get this done, but definitely well worth it. So, Mr. Chair, management highly encourages and endorses or recommends that the Board of Education take the action to adopt the collective bargaining agreement. And so with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Fidenko, who can say a few words.
Thank you very much, President Fidenko.
There's a lot of lists. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. That was really nice. And yes, Chris is right. I take this one. Better take that one. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I don't even need a microphone. I mean, I guess Chris is right. It's been a long time. I think I started that beard when we first sat down at the table 2 years ago. When we did sit down, we sat down with the idea of teachers and students. And it was student-driven quite a bit, in fact. We looked at what would we want for our children? What would we want for our students? And we both sides agreed that a happy teacher makes for a happy classroom. And that was important for us. Chris is right. This is a very different negotiation style than we usually had. It wasn't easy. It was sometimes rough, but we all worked together. And I feel this contract addresses the intent that we had when we started 2 years ago, roughly. 6.5 years total without a contract, which is much too long. We both agree. it's a guide, it's to direction, and it helps both sides. I think management and teachers to have a guiding program. This new spirit of cooperation between the Board of Education and the union, I hope that radiates throughout the island. The dynamics of the board have definitely changed, and for the better. And I hope it permeates into the principals and the teachers, the spirit of cooperation, that two opposing sides for 200 plus hours argued and debated and had heated talks. I hope that happens there in the classroom, all the way down. No contract's perfect, like Chris says. It's give and take, but a contract is there to be changed as times change, and that contract was quite antiquated. I'd also like to thank the following people. On Chris's side, there's a lot to be named, and I hope I don't miss, and forgive me if I do. Joe Sanchez, Chris Anderson, of course, Erica Cruz, Sophie Duenas, Jim Ranges, Yolanda Gabriel, Carla Masline, and James Petit, who sat there many, many times. From the union side, Sanjay Sharma. Without him, I think we'd still be at the table, to tell you the truth. Audrey Paris and Carla both were probably diligently taking notes and did the recording. Doris Trelawney, of course, Dr. Josephine Cruz, Steve Willem, Betty Diaz, Craig Matthews, Anna Palacios, Melanie Naismith, Franklin Paris, Bernice Cepeda, Patricia Leon Guerrero, Michelle Camacho, and Lilani Guerrero, and the hundreds of members who answered surveys that were put out 2 years ago and by our staff who worked so hardly with us. Thank them as well. The stewards who put forth a message to their membership to get out and be heard, and all the members who had input on language that we took and brought forth to the negotiating team. I thank them very much for it. That is what it truly is, about everyone getting together and putting forth the other. And last but not least, Peter Alexis Adda, who was critical in helping get this done. He put forth, and James Lujan, I believe, had instigation on that. This board in general put forth a pace that said, hey, no more than once a week. We want you guys to get it done by this time. And I think that push really helped. And so to all the board members that currently sit in this position, I thank you very, very much. And with that being said, the union had its ratification and unanimously voted to ratify this collective bargaining agreement on Friday. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Just before we take the vote, I would like to give the opportunity to the board members to make any comment. Dr. McNitch, excuse me, Mr. Paris, would like to make a comment? Mike. Okay. Thank you very much. Dr. McNitch.
I guess it shows that I like to talk. I'm very happy, and I want to extend my appreciation to the negotiation team. As an old board member like Mr. Anna, when I left the board in 2009, I came back in 2013 and found out that the contract has on hold, on pause. So we worked so hard for it to go, for the negotiation to go. But there was just so many obstacles along the way. But I'm glad tonight, and like Mr. Fidenko said, we took it very seriously on January 31st meeting. No more waiting. A deadline is set, let's go for it. Because the GFT and the Department of Education are not enemies. We need to learn how to work together for the students. So tonight, this is a historical moment that after so many years of waiting, we're finally going to have the contract for the teachers between the TFT and the board. signed and ratified. So to all the teachers out there, this is a special evening for all of you when we take the vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to thank everybody for their work, and since it was Mossy, turn it over to Mr. Lujan, he'll take care of it.
Okay, just one moment before you, I'd like to say a few words. Just as Kim was talking, there was an individual that popped into my head. A lady by the name of Ricardo Bamba. I think she's a teacher at GW. I see her at church. She does not say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Her only words were, when are we going to get our contract? And it's every Saturday she tells me that. So I just thought I want to thank her for pushing this. She was quite instrumental. But to Mr. Fedenko, President Fedenko, and to the management team, I want to thank you very much that finally, after 6.5 years, we finally broke record. We will take care of our teachers. And now, for the motion, Mr. James Lujan.
James Lujan, I move to adopt and accept this collective bargaining agreement between the Guam Department of Education Board and the Guam Federation of Teachers.
Is there anyone that would like to second Mr. Mendiola?
Mark Mendiola, second.
Second the motion to accept and adopt the contract agreement between the Guam Department of Education and the Guam Federation of Teachers. May I please ask Ms. Taling Tagno to take roll.
Mr. Peter Adder,
Yes.
Ms. Maria Gutierrez, yes. Mr. James Lujan, yes. Dr. Ron McNitch, yes. Mr. Mark Mendiola. Yes. Sir, you have unanimous.
All right, there are 5 members present. All 5 have voted to affirm and confirm the passage of the Board Union Contract 2017. Mr. President, congratulations. At this time, I'd like to ask the President to join me as we sign off on the agreement. By the way, and before I forget, if any of you media have any questions, please direct it to Mr. Anderson. Don't ask me, because I was not in the negotiation. Or Mr. Fedenko. Don't call me. All right? I'll make him sign first because he might change his mind.